Hey guys, what's up, what's going on, and welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday, and you guys all know what that means. Tonight is tool night, and welcome back to another edition to Tool Tech Tuesday. If you have not already done so, why don't you hit that subscribe button in your lower right hand corner to become part of the family, and also hit that bell notification so you are aware anytime I upload a video. I have something for you guys tonight that I don't actually own. I borrowed this because I thought, I think it's a cool concept. I am looking to purchase one of these. Actually, it was on yesterday's deal of the day for Cyber Monday, and it was $100 off, and I missed out on it because I put it in my wish list, or my public wish list, and then I forgot about it, so I'm out, that I didn't get to purchase it. We have actually went through two of these at work since they first come out. We use it a lot. As time progresses, the jump box, the car starters get a lot better. And what I have for you is what I feel is probably one of the best on the market. There's two companies that I think are the front runners, and that's Anti-Gravity and also NOCO. What I actually have for you tonight is the NOCO GB150 or NOCO GENUIS Boost Pro 150. This is 22,500 joules at 12 volts, 4,000 amps. These things right here are an animal, and this actually is not their biggest one. They just come out with a GB500, if I'm not mistaken. It's 20,000 amps and 80,000 joules. And that GB500 will do a 12 volt or a 24 volt. But tonight, we have the 150 here. We're gonna talk about it just a little bit, show you some different options with it. They do have these in several options, starting with a GB120 going up, or I'm sorry, a GB20 going up to the 150. It goes from a GB40 to a GB50. I'm sorry, to a GB20, a GB40, a 50, a 70, and then the 150, and then the 500. Like I said, these have been out for a little while. It's a multitude of options. I'm going to show you some things that I like about it and that I dislike about it. Just by, because I've used this at work and my own knowledge of using it at work. The gentleman I borrowed this from work from, he opted for this case off of Amazon with it. I will try and find this. If not, I'll put a link in the description for the NOCO case that you can purchase with it. These are probably right around 15 bucks. The NOCO case that you can buy for this is $24. And this retails on Amazon for $275, and then they go down in price. The GB500 that I was talking about, it's $1,500, and really you don't need that. This is kind of really the biggest one that you would need. This will jumpstart a gas or a diesel engine up to 10 liters. When you take this out of the box, now this is already unboxed, so we're just gonna go through it. You get your manual in a bunch of different languages. You get your USB cable. You get a charging cable, and you get a two-way cigarette lighter adapter style. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can charge this. You can plug it into your cigarette lighter and charge it, because that's the first thing that you're gonna wanna do when you get this unit is charge it. From my understanding, it's 11-hour charge, taking it in the house to plug it in, or it's a 3-hour charge, charging it in your car. I'm gonna start off with one negative thing that he said to me that he noticed is if you power this unit on, he charges this at 100% when he put it away, and it's down to 75%, and he has not used it. It's just been sitting there in his garage. His garage is heated. He keeps it at a constant temperature right around 65 degrees. Now I wouldn't expect it to hold a charge for an extended period of time. But to my knowledge, he just charged this maybe a couple, 2-3 weeks ago. So for that to drop 25% just sitting in the box, I find that just kind of crappy, really. And I'm going to touch on one other negative thing, and I think that's the only thing negative that I have found on these thus far. This does have a 7 different setting lights on it, and one of the settings being off. So if you're on alongside the road and you're just changing a tire, you can use this for a lamp too. And like I said, it has different settings. So one of my complaints, and the last complaint that I have, you know, the cables are kind of short, so hooking this up, you're going to be here like this on this battery, like that, if say that's in your car. Now, me thinking as a end user, wouldn't it be nicer if the light was on the side that you're going to hook your cables to, instead of having to hold on to it to turn your light on to go like that to check it? Now, it would be nice if you could just lay this like right on the fender of your vehicle, like that, or like that, so it's right side up. It's just the way I have this battery turned. To have your light on, this is laying, say, on the radiator shroud or something like that. Wherever your battery is, it's sitting there. You turn your light on, it's going to face the opposite direction. That's my only complaint. My 2 only complaints that I have thus far is I'm wondering about battery life. And that may be something he needs to take up with NOCO maybe, and also the light being on the wrong side. But as far as that, those are the only 2 things, the only 2 problems that I have. It does have a reverse polarity protection and spark protection. You can hook them to each other. You can see that it's still on and it's not going to hurt anything. And if you hook your backwards up reverse polarity, or hook your battery up reverse polarity, it's not going to come on anyway. It does come with its own carry bag, but it's just a drawstring bag. It's thin, it's cheap. And again, I guess they're for the money. For $275 is what this is on Amazon. I think that NOCO hard case that I'm going to link in the description should be included with it instead of this thin drawstring bag. If we're looking at things here, as far as some charging, you have a couple ports on this end. You have your ins, and then you have your out. Your ins, you have your micro USB for charging in the house, and then you have your port here for charging in the car. And then that would be this unit right here, would plug right in, and then you plug it into your cigarette lighter in your car or a 12-volt output, and then you can charge it up that way. On your outside, you have this plug right here, and then you also have a USB. It will charge your phone, from what I'm understanding and reading, up to 30 times. But you do have to have the unit on to be able to charge your phone. One other thing that's nice, if you have something like this, say you want to power something up and you have a cigarette lighter, you can plug that in there. Say you have a Green Mountain grill that runs off of a 12-volt source. I'm using that because I love the Green Mountain grills. You plug this into here. You plug that into this side of your outside of your NOCO, and then say this is your Green Mountain grill that you plugged in. It's the Davy Crockett. It's the small one. That's a tailgater that Green Mountain has. You plug that right in there, and then you have power to your Green Mountain grill, which I thought was pretty cool as far as the multi-use of this cable right here, and being able to use it in a multitude of ways. So it does require at least 2 volts to be able to power on and start a vehicle. This battery is completely dead, and it will not power. It stays on, but it was not reading voltage, so therefore you're going to have to hit the override over here and be able to put out 11 volts. Now we're ready to jump start that vehicle, because it does not have, it'll go through and have that blinking lights. It does not have the ability to jump start something that has at least 2 volts in the battery. Otherwise you got to hit your override. Now with this light and these lights flashing, it is powered on. It is ready to go to jump your vehicle. Another nice feature that I like, you know, you go there to jump your vehicle, you put it on there and still won't start. look down here at your voltage. As soon as you hook your cables up to your battery, it's gonna tell you what the voltage is on that battery. And it could be still have 12 volts, and maybe it's not your battery at all. Maybe it's the starter is bad or something in those lines, or you know, a bad connection on the starter. The solenoid on the starter is bad. So you're gonna know as soon as you hook this up if it's the battery or not, because of the LED readout right there for on the unit telling you if you have 12 volts or what it is at that point in time on that battery. For me, I think the GB150 is going to be the right NOCO Genesis for me. I'm going to put a link in the description for Amazon Prime on all of the units that they have. That way you guys can go on there and check them out and maybe pick up the one that is going to be most suitable for you. One of these units I think is going to be essential for people who take vacations and drive. Whether it's helping yourself out or helping somebody else out in need, this is really going to come in handy if you're on a road trip, or just keep it in the truck if you, in the winter or whatever, if you come across somebody that has a dead battery and you can help them out with one of these NOCO Genesis. I think it's really going to be essential to have in your vehicle. I mean, even maybe 2 of them to have. Most American families have 2 vehicles, some of them have more. I don't see any need to have, if you have 4 vehicles like I do, I don't see a need to have one in every single vehicle. You can just have 2 of them and, you know, transport it between, like maybe leave one in my wife's charger all the time. In her vehicle, I might go with like a smaller one, say a GB40 or maybe the GB70. They may have discontinued the 40 and went with the 50, or vice versa, the 50 and went with the 40. I might have to check that out, and it'll be a links in the description. You know, maybe a smaller unit in her vehicle, just especially with the electronics that's in today's vehicles, as far as taking my wife's charger and jumping somebody else's vehicle. I don't know about that, but jumping a vehicle, you know, I don't know. There's a lot of electronics. I believe last checked, her charger has 27 different computers in it. So you definitely don't want something like that to go bad. And using her vehicle to jump, at least you know are protected and not hurting your vehicle, but you're trying to help somebody else out and getting their vehicle going. So the NOCO Genesis, I believe, has hit the nail on the head. From what I've saw, because I have done some homework, I have done some research as far as me owning one of these, and this is coming for me in the near future. I just have not bit the bullet, jumped off the bridge, jumped off the cliff, whatever you want to say, and purchased one. I really wish I would have purchased the one yesterday for Cyber Monday, but you know, you live and you learn. I forgot, and it's my fault. So like I said, links in the description for every single Genesis. Whichever one that you want to pick out, I'll have them labeled from the GB20 down to the GB150, and I'll even put on there the GB500. Maybe you guys just want to go on there and check it out. I don't know, but it's kind of cool. Like I said, it'll do 12 or 24 volts. Yeah, one of these is going to be essential in my vehicle, and maybe even 2 of them to keep one in mine and her. So hope you guys enjoyed tool night. Back to truck work tomorrow. I think we're going to do some more tuning on the dually and see what we can accomplish on that. The 90 horsepower tune I did on it last night. Oh my goodness, it has woke that truck up tremendously. I can't imagine what the 210 horse tune is going to be like. But I mean, I gotta try it at least once. I did get confirmation today, my head studs have been shipped. So we got that stuff coming into foreseeable future. Anyway, until that time, guys, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already done so, and we'll talk to you guys later on. Bye-bye.